if a young lady of 20 or 21 or thereabout decides to marry a man that is 3 times her age or even more, you should know it is for financial purposes, for security and nothing more. Yes, although you might find 1 or 2 instances where a young lady likes older men, we cannot rule that out. When you see a young man in his 20s going with a woman that is 3 times his age, you should know it's for financial purposes. Aside some men who have this fetish, they have this extra thing in them. They are only interested in older women. Welcome once again to this channel. If you're just coming across it, kindly tap on the subscription button, the red notification icon bell, very important. Please, everybody, like and share this video. Today, it is about a young lady that broke internet many years back for the step that she took. I'm talking about actress Regina Daniels. According to the father of Regina Daniels, who had some misunderstanding with the mother, well, I don't want to go into that story, but I know that that man is broke, the father of Regina Daniels. And if you meet a woman who has high taste but no financial backup, you know what it is. She has tried her best in the industry, but none of those things that she has done has made her a billionaire or even a millionaire. I'm not saying 1 million naira, I mean millionaire, like having a lot of it in your account. And such women, they get angry. They believe that a man must make them who they want to be. When Regina Daniels married Nwoko, a lot of talks, a lot of people, in fact, social media was rife with a lot of comments. People say, nonsense girl, how did you allow yourself to go into the bosom of this man? You are destroying your gene. A lot of things were said. And I'm like, well, what is it? Is there any disease attached to being old? Everyone will get old. And the truth is this, older men like young women. Let us be sincere. We live in that society where men can do and undo. If a older woman is going with a young person, people are like, oh, what nonsense is this? Well, such is life. When Ned and Regina hooked up and eventually married and became husband and wife, people thought that, this marriage, sure, must be full of money and cash. Of course, she's having what she needs to have in life, but a blogger has decided to go deeper into Regina Daniel and Ned Nwoko. Obviously, if the old age thing catches up with Ned and he passes away, there is a possibility of him leaving some of his property, portion of it, for his children or for his wives. And most times, men like Ned will only leave this property for the children. That is why women will force themselves and make sure that they have as much as possible. As it is right now, from the report that we have on our hands, it seems the lady called Regina Daniels has 2 children for this man. So for her, at least, those 2 children will have at least maybe 2 flats or 2 houses or whatever it is that Ned has on his name. Now, the question is this. If Regina had married someone of her age or thereabout, or someone in the industry or someone else not in the industry, a guy that both of them can move together, there is no possibility or assurance that both of them will not break apart, and there's no assurance that her life will be smooth. We don't know. People say she is a star, she will achieve, but her mother, being in that industry, understands what that industry is all about. She does not want her own child to end up like her. Maybe a little shine here, a little bit shine there because she started early. Maybe a child here, a child there, one guy abroad, marriage break, marriage crack. She knows the industry very well, that aside the acting thing that you see them do, majority of them are into this corporate prostitution. That is what they do. Anyway, according to this blogger, she wrote this. Most times when I see this young, beautiful woman, I feel like giving her mom and Pa Ned some better slap. See here, if my daughter, as beautiful as Gina, must marry an oldie like Pa Ned, I beg, then the whole relationship should make much sense. Poverty, it no go better for you. See, when you look at Gina,
Our businesses are normal capital base, not any wow investment. Even some normal average young boys can set up this sort of business for their wives. Like any normal guy can set up that business. So being in the life of Ned does not mean that she's enjoying now that big shopping mall on her name. That marriage was for her to be comfortable, enjoy, eat whatever she wants, have children that will not suffer, children that already have inheritance. That is what I believe it is. But according to this person, she is saying, why is it that she is not enjoying life now? And I'm like, well, if you want to equate that life now to maybe a younger guy or someone who has not achieved in life, they might be struggling with one car that will break down, another one that they have to pay small, another car like this and that. But now she's not doing any of this. She's not even working that much. Of course, she might have her own little money from the businesses she does, but she's not having much. So this blogger went on to say this again. You don't see any wow expensive jewelries on her, which she would have been able to trade for cool cash. No diamonds, no Rolex. I think she has one Rolex, maybe not too expensive, but Rolex are expensive. Maybe 3,000, 5,000, 20. I think Rolex are very expensive. I think you barely find a new Rolex for that amount. Rolex go up as much as 10K, like that upward, depending on the model and what it has. Normal Cartier self, no. All her Birkin bags are not even Birkin like that. Now copies, so she can't even trade them. She lives in an expensive, beautiful house, but that one now Ned own. Almost the beautiful cars she drives are in Ned's name. No house in Abuja or Lagos. The only house is the one Ned gave for her mom in the East, and the second gift is the power given to her mom to be forcefully grabbing other people's land. So I always wonder, to what extent really per Ned na street abeg. Gina glorifies Ned's status, so Biko, the gains must balance on both sides. All these private jets are super cool, but there are no gains really now. Check them. These are the write-up from this blogger saying all of this that you have, all of these things that we are seeing you involved in. She went on saying, when Jenny, Chika, Ike, etc. date older men, see their lifestyle. Jenny owns a whole estate in Abuja, properties in Lagos and other foreign countries. We have seen Ned divorce women, and all they have is their personal belongings like clothes, etc. So as Ned no dey even buy Gina original designers, I ask to what extent. Call me hater if you want, but Gina interest is what I want. Abeg, Ned no pure chai. I can never. God help us. These are the words of this blogger, and a lot of people are beginning to look into it like, well, is it for the daily bread? What exactly? I believe the mother of, Regina looked at her. Maybe she consulted some people. I don't know. Or she just felt that she needed to rest and enjoy. After all, she got a house in the East. A house that she can call a house. Hopefully the house is on her own name and not, cornered somehow, owned by Mr. Ned. But let us say that is the gift. Like, give me a house that I can live and take my daughter. And that house is really the price. Should there be a breakup in the marriage, Regina will simply go to the house that is on her mother's name. That is what it is, nothing more. She's saying that Regina does not really have something like extra, big thing, something that she can fall on if the marriage breaks apart or something happens. But I'm like, Mr. Ned is not stupid. He wouldn't have acquired this. A lot of people have looked at him. How did he even get all of these things that he has? They say he was a lawyer in the UK. As if being lawyer in the UK, of course, if you have great cases, big cases, but we don't have history of this. So we don't know. It might be that his family, they have this land, they have that. He's able. If you look at Ned, it doesn't look like someone who came from a lot of money. It doesn't look like, it looks like somebody who went through, it looks like, when you see hardship, no matter how much money you have, if you have suffered so much in life, forget the Prince Ned. You can be a prince, but broke prince. You might have land in the villages where there is no oil there and there is nothing happening. I'm not saying that his parents or grandparents or whatever might not be rich to some extent, but I'm saying when you look at Ned, I'm not talking of ugliness now, but I'm talking about when you look at Ned, you will not see that ajebota, as they call it in Nigeria, ajebota life for a long time. Like this ajebota life is maybe 2 generations or 3. You will not see it in him, because if this, when you talk of ajebota, you will know that this person chop money, enjoy money. But when you see somebody who eventually became rich after much struggling, when you see that kind of person, you know what I mean. Anyway, as they are saying, if Ned decides to give all of these women something to hold on to, he is simply empowering them. And once you empower a woman, if you have problem, the woman will simply move away because she doesn't need you. And Ned will not do such. He will just give you your daily bread. Eat, enjoy, maintain. Let's live like family. Do not be asking me to build you a shopping mall. Run your businesses because your money is for you. The majority of what is needed in the home, I provide food, clothes, shopping, this and that. So your money, keep saving it small, keep saving it. Now, the only difference is that if Regina is married to a young guy that they are both trying to maintain life, she will not maybe have those savings that she's keeping for herself. So, if this blogger is saying Regina should have better, at least have something on your name. And I'm like, well, maybe not. Maybe people are just over, kind of, I don't know. What are your thoughts as regards this one? Because this is something that Regina Daniels, she has started looking into these things like, wait, what do I even have on my name or for myself? And according to this blogger, there are women who have walked away, divorced by Ned, who left with only their clothes. Nothing for them. They don't have any house. They don't have nothing. And they are young women attached to a rich man. They only saw the glitz. They saw the glitters. And they thought, wow, this is home. But unfortunately, they met a man who is smart, who will provide you what you need, but not something to empower you. What are your thoughts as regards this one? What advice you have for Regina Daniels? Or do you think, why? She should just be married, stay, have children, live normal life? Your children, at least you will give them that future. You give them that security. They will not be struggling to have this and that. And all through the life that you are going to live, you also will not be looking for food or looking for this comfort, as long as you keep your head low, humble with the man that you're married to. Drop your comment, like and share, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.